morning, it's News 360 coming to you live from the News Hub here at Adesawe Kanda. I'm Portia Gabo.
And I am Martin Asiedu Datim. Here are the headlines for the next 1 hour.
News 360 headlines is brought to you by
Flamingo Paint,
Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal.
Tonight, the Electoral Commission begins deployment of logistics to the various regions ahead of the December 7 elections, which is just 18 days away.
Ministry of Education rejects calls for the immediate arrest and prosecution of officials accused of allegedly repackaging and distributing expired rice to some senior high schools.
We would also later hit the campaign trail and find out what the flag bearers of the various parties, especially the two leading parties, have been promising prospective voters.
In business news, peasant farmers question cost of proposed grain silo projects, calling for value for money audits.
On the international front, the Kremlin says the U.S. has thrown oil on fire by allowing Ukraine to use long-range missiles on Russian territory.
We have details of these stories and many more coming up shortly in the next 1 hour. Do stay with us.
Let's delve straight into the conversation now. And our big story today, the minority in Parliament is demanding that President Akufo-Addo ensures the immediate arrest and prosecution of the directors of Lamens Investment Africa, the company accused of allegedly repackaging and distributing expired rice to some senior high schools earlier this year. Leading the charge, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa is also calling for urgent national medical screening of all senior high school students who have consumed the alleged contaminated rice.
Allegations of 22,000 bags of expired rice imported from India, illegally repackaged as made in Ghana rice and distributed to schools, have been at the center of controversy over the past few days. The NDC caucus in Parliament have described the recent happenings as a criminal conspiracy of state institutions to endanger the lives of students in senior high schools.
Devious criminal conspiracy and the complicity of state institutions to endanger the lives of thousands of helpless teenagers in senior high school, entrusted under their care by carelessly rebagging over 22,050 kg of expired and contaminated Moshosho rice from India and distributing same to our schools. Headmasters have complained about receiving rice without expiry dates. And they tell us that when they raised concerns, they were threatened. And so regrettably, they had to keep mute and just accept the rice like that.
The minority in Parliament is demanding swift action against those behind the distribution of the alleged expired rice, led by Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa. They are calling for arrests, prosecutions, investigations, and a national health screening for affected students.
There is the need for an urgent national medical screening exercise. President Akufo-Addo and Vice President Bawumia cannot remain silent on this grave matter. Punish culprits who are largely their appointees. The NDC caucus also demands the immediate arrest and prosecution of the directors of Lamens Investment Africa Limited. The board and management of the National Food Buffer Stock Company must be sanctioned. The Ministry of Education must be probed.
The North Tonga MP is worried over the potential health implications of students who have consumed the rice.
It encompasses immediate digestive systems, potential allergic reactions, long-term health risks, including chronic inflammation, liver disease, and nutritional deficiency. The long-term impacts are insidious, potentially leading to irreversible health consequences.
The minority insists this matter must not be swept under the carpet.
Right, so let's say on this subject, very, very interesting subject where many parents and, those who've been following have shared varied opinions on it. Let's find out what the Ministry of Education has to say following this revelation. Kwesi Kwarteng, spokesperson for the Ministry of Education. Mr. Kwarteng, good evening. Thank you for joining us on News 360. To start with, the last time we spoke to you when this issue came out, you said that the ministry had set up a team to probe the allegations. Have you been able to establish whether there is any preliminary issue to deal with, and what were those findings if you did?
Very good evening to you. He has updated the public accordingly. If you recall my earlier post about 2 days ago, we stated clearly that our findings revealed that despite the comments that had been made by the Honorable Samuel Okujetu Ablakwa, which we welcomed in good faith, and also assured Ghanaians of making an inquiry into it, it came out that the Food and Drugs Authority, the agency responsible for making a determination as to the safety and wholesomeness of a food. Of course, in this context, the food that were to be supplied to the schools in question had apparently declared that the food that were distributed to these schools were safe and wholesome for consumption. And so that is the finding that we made. And of course, for us in the Ministry of Education, when the matter came up, we were deeply concerned. It is the more reason why we even initially, in the statement that I brought earlier, even indicated how serious and critical we take the matter. And we are very satisfied and happy that beyond anything, we can confirm that the food that got to our students was wholesome and safe.
Mr. Kwarteng, you say the FDA from preliminary investigations said that those particular bags of rice were wholesome and did not have any challenges. Is that the point you're making?
Yes, that determination had been made by FDA even before the supplies were made. I will share the letter with you, but I think it's a document that I've even shared on social media. And FDA has copies, the company has copies, even Mr. Blakwa himself has copies. When they extended the best before date to the 30th of April 2024, in their letter that they sent or communicated, the correspondence that they made with the company, they were very clear that the best before date had been extended based on the test that the FDA carried.
Right.
To 30th of April. And so until the 30th of April, the food was still wholesome and safe for consumption. Right.
The other key players within the value chain that the Northstorm MP mentioned in his issue when he raised it include the Buffer Stock Company Limited, for instance, and then Lamens, which is the company that we are told imported the rice into the country. Then along the value chain, we're told that the bags of rice were changed, or the bag that contained the rice were changed into other bags. They were repackaged. Has all of this come to your attention, and how does this come to you, considering the fact that, first of all, having to even change the containers, which is the bags that contain the rice, raises suspicion?
Yeah, first of all, I think we have to discuss this story within the whole holistic context. It is not disputed that indeed the consignment that came into the country by December 2023, it was very close or near to its shelf life in terms of the date that had been on the original labeling, being the best before date. But of course, the company had apparently written to FDA with the aim of seeking to extend the best before date. Right. FDA had to require certain tests on the product before they extended it. But after that was granted, the company, again, from the findings that we made, wrote to FDA and requested FDA to give them an approval And based on that approval, the company was going to do a repackaging. Of course, if you had read the earlier notice that we brought out, according to the company, they were just doing that to prevent issues of backlash. Because, I mean, people may not really get the whole understanding as to how the product is labeled within a specific date, where the best before date was supposed to be elapsed, and then an extension has been granted.
Okay.
So it was that approval that was denied by the FDA. That is where even the company found themselves in trouble when the FDA decided to fine them an amount of 100,000. So even with regards to the fine was in relation to the repackaging, the fact that they did not get approval for the repackaging and not the wholesomeness of the food. Of course, I do not have the capacity, the authority, even the expertise to make such determination as to whether or not the food is wholesome. I mean, likewise, the Ministry of Education. But FDA made such determination, and I'm sure, obviously, they align with their own internal protocols to be able to arrive with that conclusion.
All right.
So the most fundamental question is whether or not the food was wholesome and safe, and that the FDA has answered in the affirmative that yes, the food was safe. The second question as to whether they had approval to rebag the food, they didn't have the approval, and that is how come the FDA slashed the fine on them.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sure that certainly in the coming days we'll try and get further understanding of how all of this plays out. Kwesi Kwarteng is Head of Public Relations for the Ministry of Education.
In more news tonight, more than 300 enrolled nurses from the 2020 year group across the country on Monday stormed the premises of the Greater Accra Regional Health Directorate over government failure to engage them after going through due procedure. Stanley Nibleu has been following up on this development.
This category of nurses have been at home after duly writing and passing their licensure examination and obtaining their pins in 2020. The nurses subsequently heaved a sigh of relief when the Ghana Health Service announced the activation of its portal for recruitment. On Monday, the enrolled nurses, some of whom are lactating mothers, numbering over 300, reported to the Greater Accra Regional Health Directorate to be absorbed into the system. But they had the shock of their lives when the Human Resource Manager at the Health Directorate told them that only 30 nurses are needed to satisfy the quota given to the region. The 30 nurses will be posted to the Down East and West districts, where human capital in the health sector is in short supply. But these developments did not go down well with the unposted nurses.
It's pathetic. Finished school for... I feel like crying. Serious, it's not easy. Some people depend on their parents for money. How your parents cater for you for 4 good years, you can't pay them back with anything.
Veronica Anoche was not happy and called for an immediate intervention.
It's not fair, but as at now, we don't know what to do. And it's unfortunate we have to go back home.
A senior member of the Greater Accra Regional Health Directorate later engaged the nurses and asked them to go home, emphasizing that nothing could be done to exceed the quota that the region has been given.
I will advise that you go home so we get directive from headquarters. If they give us another, then it means we will not add on. But for now, the 30 is exhausted and we can't take any more.
Eventually, the enrolled nurses had to leave the premises disappointed. The Ghana Health Service activated its portal for the recruitment of 6,000 nurses of all categories nationwide after the Ministry of Finance had issued clearance. However, the Greater Accra region was just allocated a quota of 122. After the exhaustion of the 30 slots allocated to the enrolled nurses, the remaining 92 quota is expected to cater for other nursing categories, including midwives, general nursing, and nursing officers. But the nurses want the quota system reviewed to make room to absorb more health workers whose services are needed but are staying at home. Stanley Nibleu, TV3 News, Accra.
Welcome to your election command center. Let's do some politics now. And clearly it's been a heated day in the Ashanti region as all political activists are there campaigning for votes. Starting from the camp of the NPP, its flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has promised to remove taxes on mobile phone imports that come into the country if Ghanaians give him the power. Addressing party supporters at Inshaeso constituency, the vice president said that the removal of the taxes will ensure Ghanaians purchase their mobile phones at affordable prices.
The party supporters gladly welcomed the NPP flag bearer and vice president at the Bawumia Community Connect. He promised that a future government under his administration will drastically reduce cost of data and remove taxes on the purchase of mobile phones.
We are bringing down the import duty. We are eliminating the import duty on mobile phones so that mobile phones and also the cost of data. We are going to bring down the cost of data, for our youth.
Earlier, the NPP flag bearer informed the chiefs, clergy and Muslim clerics of Inshaeso of constructing a railway line from Accra to the northern part of the country. He said the railway will improve transport and businesses across the country.
From Accra, Tema, Kumasi to Paga, that central line is very important. You have iron ore and all of that. Because that line back. Buankra port in Kumasi will not be effective. You hear rail line from Accra to Kumasi to make Buankra effective. During my term, me pese me the investors ba na yenye emma Ghana mine to transform Ghana in terms of economic activity. Memuru subenya ijuma bebre aye mini yumat for akasa na kajiro mo se ye be yes ijuma ya. I want all the materials, the steel, the concrete to be made in Ghana.
Later, the NPP flag bearer and Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia exchanged pleasantries with people and market women and traders.
And in the eastern region, flag bearer of the NDC, John Mahama, is asking residents of Chebi in the Ebuakwa South constituency to demand their $8 million from President Akufo-Addo as he promised them in 2016. On the first day of his campaign in the eastern region, John Mahama has been asking Ghanaians to demand accountability from the NPP, a report by Komla Kluche.
John Mahama's first port of call was in Sawamadraje constituency, where he criticized the ruling party for what he described as a repeated pattern of shifting blame rather than addressing the problems. He moved shortly thereafter to Teacher Mountain in the Yensuano constituency. Mr. Mahama claimed that most major polls show the NDC is in the lead and the MPP is now circulating their own polls suggesting they are ahead. He urged Ghanaians to see through the strategy and focus on their experiences under the current government. Then he slammed the MPP on how the rail transport has been run aground.
Free Accra Eban Sawam. Near say when you Bibia Ma was your own bono chrono. And then I make her say, Kedeke Man Sawam Bium. Rails are a war form, Keteke Namsono. MPP for a 2 rails no air tongue.
He affirmed a promise to improve the mode of transport from the eastern side. He then moved to Adesu in the Upper West Akim constituency. He also campaigned in Asamankese of the Lower West Achim constituency. The entourage then moved to Chebi in the Ebuakwa South constituency. An avowed and unrepentant MPP stronghold, the locals were uncharitable to the president.
In fact, Chebi haya Jinankasano. Papa no ba na yesu say oba be ye bibi ama Chebi ma yesu ehu say ye de hia na ba no. Naso na nadie na nado e de enwammo. Ye need us to see anu eni Mahama. Omra.
Maybe me who you know the kunso do kunsen. Bank 10 cedi, 20 cedi kan e boa. Ka we are dey make me go we make me ya ma go yi.
For John Mahama, Chebi must demand $8 million for the entire period the MPP has been in office.
Ebuakwa South, yes, say, yeah, the $1 million every year. Anka one farm ma obiampo anka Bwakwa South there. Anka $1 million or some sanka. Ezu. Ente menemo ka say. Anka by now Bwakwa South mwenya $8 million. Modi aye mpuntu. Me buy ya the list tin atre me. Akwanya say ensure ni ho enyoma bebre akechi. Ankenya sa $8 million is here the sa nyoma ni na. Enso sa boy share ambem.
There's a clarion call from John Mahama to Ghanaians to approach this election with all the seriousness it deserves as it remains a major communal labor of Ghana against the MPP. Komla Kluche, TV3 News, Chebi.
Away from the Eastern region, the governing New Patriotic Party and opposition National Democratic Congress have all committed to safeguarding the election materials that have been deployed to the region ahead of the December 7 elections. Let's go to Kumasi, where our reporter Ibrahim Abubakar is standing by to update us on the arrival of materials and concerns by political party representatives. Ibrahim, thank you so much for your time. When did the regional EC office take delivery of these logistics, and what are party agents saying?
So, Portia, all the materials arrived last night, and the party agents were there waiting for its arrival. In fact, they made some checks, and the initial concern when it got to the police depot at Patasi was that where the materials will be kept, the NDC opposed to it, and eventually they changed the room to where the materials will be kept. And the EC put their padlock there. The NDC also brought in their padlock, and the MPP and other political parties also put their padlock there so they will be able to safeguard the ballot. Then secondly, had to do with some missing leaflets or ballot papers. Now, what the EC has done is that for every constituency, they look at the total registered voters and give 2% of the registered voters, additional 2% of materials, so that in an event some of the materials get destroyed or something happens, and these 2% will be able to fill in. But for Akrofrom, they realized that one of the booklets had 39 of its leaflets, each ballot paper missing from the booklet. So there were some misunderstanding there. But eventually, too, they had to take stock, agree, and allow those materials to also pass. So for now, all the political parties who were there are satisfied with the voting materials that arrived. But then they have all decided to place their men at the police depot so that they will also be policing the ballot. They said they are not living there until December 7, when all the materials are distributed to all the polling stations. Let's listen to what the representative of MPP and NDC have been telling me.
We are okay with the police administration taking custody of that, but from my experience since 2016, although it will be in the custody of the police administration, we've always kept our men guarding as well, so we are not afraid of anything. We have men who will be here 24 hours policing the premises with the permission of the police administration.
We checked everything was intact. We will bring our security, internal security, to protect the ballot papers. So on the 5th or 6th, that the ballot will go back to the various constituencies.
Ibrahim, thank you so much for that update. And Ibrahim Abubakar is our Ashanti regional correspondent.
And we stay on the same subject, and this time around cross to the Upper West region to speak to Castro Senyala, Upper East region rather. Castro Senyala is joining us. Castro, we are told that the ballot materials or the EC materials have also arrived. Walk us through the arrival process and also when the EC officials received it. Were there any concerns that were raised? And you can see on your screens that this is actually the packaging of the materials from the Greater Accra region and has been distributed to the various regions. This is what we are seeing happening in the Upper East region, and our reporter will give us an idea of what exactly transpired when it arrived, whether concerns were raised or not. All the wiring or the clippings you see on it are the various political parties' clips that is put on it, or they call it the seals. Castro, thank you for joining us. So what exactly happened when these arrived? Were there any concerns?
Martin, the situation in the Ashanti region, as reported by my colleague, is not different from here in the Upper East region, where the election materials arrived today. The only problem is, the only difference is that unlike theirs, where we have had or we are going to have party agents, manning where the election materials have been stored. That is not the case here in the Upper East region. Here has been very peaceful, and in fact, both the EC and the party agents have worked together to ensure that the election materials are put somewhere and taken good care of until December 1st, when they will be taken out partly for the voting, the special voting, to say.
And we can see that you are at the police station. Is that where these materials will be stored?
Yes, Martin, I'm still at the premises of the Upper East Regional Police Command, where the election materials are supposed to be stored. In fact, they've been stored in the armory. That's what we understand. The process just finished, and in fact, they are, wrapping up to leave the police command. But this is where we've been since 2 o'clock, when the party agents and that of the EC and the police and other state security agencies escorted the materials into the compound or the premises of their command.
Well, thank you very much, Castro Senyala, with that update from the Upper East region where the EC materials have arrived. We'll keep you updated as other regions receive theirs.
And Chairman of the Savannah Regional Security Council, Said Jibril, has stated that the Regional Security Council will arrest and prosecute anyone whose actions have the potential to cause chaos in the build-up to the December 7 elections.
Security continues to be a major concern for voters, especially in the build-up to the 2024 general elections. The Savannah region is one of the hotspot regions identified in the country. This is so primarily because it is the home region of the NDC flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama. Savannah Regional Minister Said Muaz Jibril has been giving assurances that the December 7th election will be peaceful.
The Savannah region is going to be a hotspot, a flashpoint, because the leading opposition leader is coming from this place or hails from the Savannah region. And so we want to make sure that the processes are very smooth for everybody to go and vote and come back home. These elections are going to be free and fair, and there's no any machine put in place for rigging of the election.
Still watching News 360 on TV3. Stay with us. We have many more stories for you after this.
Dr. Baumia once said,
they are hurting the economy. These taxes are hurting, and therefore you are not going to get the growth. And when you don't get the growth, you will not get the revenue. And when you don't get the revenue, you go back to increasing taxes to get the revenue. And then you are in a cyclical downward spiral. And so they have it wrong.
Plenty English know the full baskets. They told us they'd move us from taxation to production, but they rather imposed over 40 taxes on suffering Ghanaians. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
You know, one bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply superior. You know, one bucket of Flamingo paint is equal to several buckets of any other paint brand on the market. Flamingo paint, superior durability, superior hiding, superior coverage. Flamingo paint, simply
I love President Charcoal. Why? When there are so many other charcoal toothpaste. That's both charcoal and lemon. Oh, does it? Yes. Look right here.
Yes. Pepsodent Charcoal has two of nature's powerful whitening ingredients. With the power of activated charcoal and lemon essence, it removes stains and whitens teeth naturally.
Convinced?
Well, I am. Just look at your beautiful Pepsodent smiles.
For naturally whiter teeth, Pepsodent Charcoal.
Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus. Up to 16 gig extended RAM. World's slimmest. Smooth. Corning Gorilla Glass. AMOLED display. Fingerprint. Always on display. Advanced fast charger. AI eraser. Wow. New Hot. Dual speakers. Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus. Infinix Hot 50 series.
In the beginning, life feels heavy. But then, hope arrives. Star 446# saves you in the Dewa Chop Money draw at 10 a.m.
Congratulations!
Give your dream a chance. Even better. Like life, Dewa 539 gives another chance for those who miss their morning Chop Money draw to get lucky in the daily Dewa Rush Hour draw at 1:30 p.m.
Play every day. And you may draw no social life. Dial star 446#. Nika Dewa 539 direct lotto no. Next 7 o'clock and you may be
24 hours, 3 daily draws at 10 a.m., 1:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. Dewa 539 is designed to save you in the moments that matter most. Play every day, win every day. Dewa.
After this fufu and pepper soup, I'll go score goals like them the dash points.
Kivo 100% natural hot pepper. Good for your jollof, stew, soup, shito, spaghetti, and noodles. Kivo hot pepper. Moko show.
I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 100% natural hot pepper. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved. Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Whenever you fly to space or take your first step as baby, SoftCare always stays with you.
New SoftCare Space Series is rooted from space technology. Keeps you dry and comfortable for 12 hours long. Offers you the most effective protection during your space journey.
SoftCare. Protect your leap.
Slam. Set your style anywhere in the world by breaking all the rules. Shout with all your soul and sparkle with 1,000 blaze. Pick a color what suits you best and launch the slam movement, yeah. Be someone who lets the presence felt, who dares to get a hold of the here and now with no fears and make our way to tomorrow, tomorrow. Join me, let's do this with the slam. Peace and quiet.
Looking for a bank to rely on. Let me give you a shoulder to lie on. Would we say to bank be no lie. Only one place where I get my eye on. Make I introduce you all to First Bank, the best services in the world, first rank. Customer service, everything is well planned. I make music, I travel, I sell land. They be my reserve tank. Cause every time I know my money's safe. Universal banking ain't in me here the date. I'm a busy person, me no need time to wait. Now I got to Spain even when I'm in the States. My me blue shirt. You tell me office a chilling, but who cares? Cause I bank with the best. I'm lucky, I'm too blessed. When it comes to First Bank, it's too west. Everything is you first.
Nobody feel do I'm like us. Do I'm like us. First Bank we treat you first. Treat you first. Fancy think about you first. Think about you first.
You first. First Bank.
One choice, multiple styles. All big, all unique.
The business segment is brought to you by MTN.
West Hills Ridge Property, Eden Heights.
Hello there, good evening. Welcome to the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Now, the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana has raised concerns over the $64 million price tag for the government's proposed 60,000-ton grain silo project. According to Executive Director Bismarck Owusu-Norte, the association's analysis suggests that the same project can be constructed for approximately $25 million.
The Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana has commended the government's initiative to ensure food security, particularly with grain production. However, it has raised concerns about the project's cost, emphasizing the need for a thorough audit to guarantee value for money.
A general estimate that was done by one of our technical people revealed that, give and take, we shouldn't be spending more than $25 million on such a facility and look at all the other costs that will come up. But here's the case where there's a budget of about $60 million, which will show we need to do a proper audit and proper value for money analysis to find out what went into that calculation and how come we arrived at that particular amount. When it comes to grains, it is mostly concentrated around the northern part of the country. So ideally, it would have made economic sense if you want to site such a facility to put it in such enclave that will serve all these purposes.
Additionally, the association called for the review of the program to establish the silos in grain-growing regions across the country.
Now, ahead of the Christmas season, Vlisco has unveiled its latest collection, Satin Royale, designed to elevate wardrobes for the holidays. The exclusive launch took place on Friday, November 15, 2024 at Vlisco's flagship store in Accra Mall.
Crafted from natural fibers, Satin Royale offers a touch of refined luxury. With an airy drape that follows every movement, it provides all-day comfort and elegance. Made from high-quality yarns using a specialized satin weaving technique, the fabric features a smooth, glossy surface that feels exceptionally soft to the touch.
Satin Royale product was produced in response to customer demand for products that is very lightweight, very airy, and very luxurious. And so today we are launching the new collection of the Satin Royale. And I want to assure our patrons that every yard of Vlisco fabric produced undergoes an intricate process with dozens of steps to ensure longevity and impeccable quality.
The Satin Royale collection is available exclusively at Vlisco stores and online at www.vlisco.com starting November 15, 2024.
If you enter the shop and you see the collection, you will understand why it is positioned in the realm of quiet luxury, because it blends elegance with modernity. And so it's for anybody who is looking to blend elegance with modernity and to upgrade their festive wardrobes, then this is a perfect fabric for you to get.
For nearly 200 years, Vlisco has been a beacon of creativity and cultural heritage, with its designs celebrated as treasures in West Africa and around the world.
Accra Business School, ABS, has marked its 17th graduation ceremony, reaffirming its commitment to producing graduates equipped to address Ghana's socio-economic challenges. The ceremony celebrated the achievements of graduates and highlighted ABS's dedication to empowering them as job creators and economic contributors.
Accra Business School has built a reputation as a postgraduate institution that combines theory with practical skills to prepare graduates for meaningful impact. The graduating class, which included numerous corporate executives, is set to utilize the entrepreneurial and leadership skills acquired during their studies to foster economic growth and transformation. President and founder of Accra Business School, Bishop Dr. Gideon Titiofe, emphasized the institution's mission to address youth poverty through education.
We believe that the greatest threat to our democracy is youth poverty. And so to contribute, to make sure that we can contribute to prosperity, wealth, creation for young people, we created Accra Business School to help create job creators.
Highlighting the achievements of the graduates, Dr. Titiofe noted their potential to create new academic programs.
We are starting a law department that is very innovative in partnership with University of Buckingham in the UK. We are also starting a PhD program and then also a DBA program with Northwood University in Michigan, USA.
A distinguished academic associate with Accra Business School, Professor Cedric Bell, also praised the institution's approach to postgraduate education.
By ensuring, first of all, that courses are 21st century relevant, that the staff who deliver the courses have also practical experience. It's not enough just to be theoretically sound, you have to combine theoretical knowledge with practical application.
With a successful charter application, Accra Business School is set to transition into a fully fledged university under the name University of Gold Coast by the end of the year.
And that'll be all for the business segment here on News 360. I am Michael Obodu. Up next is sports.
Good business means seeing the possibilities and maximizing opportunities. Making sure you have a responsive support system backs your business goals. A partner that gives you a stable platform with reliable connectivity and seamless solutions, and better understands the tools required to take you to the next level. With so many moving parts in running a business, we do our best to provide you with some stability. The only kind of stability you can find with MTN Business Broadband, the fastest and most reliable internet provider in Ghana, making sure you stay ahead and stay connected, because we understand what makes your business tick.
Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh or call or WhatsApp 0244 308 111.
MTN.
I'm a Ghanaian and I love luxury accredited faith and I love democracy.
December 7th, Ghana is voting.
Only peace. Peace, I give it to you all.
I love Ghana. Peaceful election before, during, and after.
One Ghana. Peace. Peace to everybody.
One Ghana. Ghana Bakumpe.
This message brought to you from the luxury accredited faith.
Hey, to be champion!
Dr. Baumia once said,
every constituency will get $1 million every year for rural and deprived communities. Under this program, there should be no village or community in Ghana after the first 2 years that would have a water problem or a toilet problem.
Next joke, please. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Life is full of uncertainty. Human life is indeed fragile. When a man dies, the breadwinner dies. When a man dies, the father dies. When a man dies, the husband dies. When a man dies, the income dies. Life insurance is the greatest love letter ever written for loved ones. With Ayo Family Cover, you are assured that you and your family are secured for life's lowest moments. With as little as 15 Ghana cedis per month, Ayo gives you 15,000 Ghana cedis cedis life insurance cover to support funeral expenses, or 300 Ghana cedis per night hospitalization cover to support hospital admission bills. You can also add your family members between 1 and 69 years each on your life and hospitalization cover at 15 Ghana cedis each per policy. Don't be left out. Just dial *296# on your MTN number or visit app.ioforyou.com to sign up to the IO family cover now. IO, because you care.
Terms and conditions apply. Underwritten by Sanlam Allianz Life Insurance Ghana Limited.
Darling natural twists blend with her hair over time.
Yeah, that's perfect.
She's really more beautiful every week. Darling natural twists get better every day, just like you.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia #1 on the ballot.
Here's Kwame and Yao. Bet saved, bet saver, win, even if your bet misses.
Dedo spices, taste day inside. But Dedo spices, yeah, what Jenny say, nanya good taste. If we say, yeah, the natural spices, and yeah, you're gonna hey, Annie, you want all-purpose, stew, noodles, curry, and nutmeg, and a jollof. Dedo spices, taste yummy, taste lemon. Dedo spices, taste day inside. FDA.
Colgate Herbal is formulated from a unique blend of natural herbs, scientifically proven to strengthen teeth and keep gums healthy. Try Colgate Herbal, scientifically proven for strong teeth and healthy gums. Choose natural. Choose Colgate Charcoal. This advert is FDA approved.
Every child is so unique.
You like no other.
Outstanding in every way.
It's me like no other.
So anytime you walk and play,
you like no other.
You are special like Indomie.
It's me like no other.
Did you know that every child on the planet has their own unique fingerprint like no other?
You like no other. I can play the drums. I'm talented. It's me like no other. I can sing. I can dance. You like no other.
As well as their own unique talents and abilities.
I can cook. I can paint. You like no other. Indomie. It's you like no other.
So every day, in whatever you do, remember you are special in your own way, like no other.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me know I'm special and for making me my special Indomie.
Thank you, Mommy. I love my Indomie.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the sports segment here on News360 with me, Oreku Ampofo. Western midfielder Mohamed Kudus missed the last gasp penalty as the Black Stars suffered a 2-1 defeat to Niger in their final 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier at the Accra Sports Stadium. The loss capped off a disastrous campaign for Ghana, who finished bottom of Group F without a single victory. Ghana's struggles were evident through the qualifiers, managing only 3 goals in 6 matches in Group F, which was eventually topped by Angola and Kwesi Appiah's Sudan, both securing slots for the next tournament in Morocco. The match saw the Black Stars put together 3 debutants, Nathaniel J. Teriegbe and Isaac Afo, and meanwhile 17-year-old Jerry Afriye made an impactful debut off the bench, and he plays for third-tier side Thoughts FC, scoring a fine goal in the 67th minute to cancel Niger's opener from Usaini Badamasi. Despite Afriye's strike raising hopes of a turnaround, Niger snatched a victory in added time through Umar Sako, who headed home after being left unmarked. Kudus earned Ghana a penalty deep into supplementary time, but failed to convert with Niger goalkeeper Mahamadou Tanja pulling off a brilliant save.
Terrific header by... What a game. End-to-end action.
Well, let's do some more here, where Ghana head coach Otuado has issued a heartfelt apology following the Black Stars' failure to qualify for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. The team's hopes were dashed after a 1-1 draw against Angola last Friday and a 2-1 defeat to Niger in Accra on Monday. Now, despite mounting pressure and disappointing results, Ado had previously refrained from apologizing instead taking a defensive stance before Monday's game.
Really, I would like to apologize for the results. Very much. If I have a wish, one wish, I know for a lot of people, even the World Cup is bigger than the AFCON. For me, personally, the AFCON is bigger. For me, personally, it's just a personal thing. I know for a lot of people, it's more important to go to the World Cup, and I did it once. And I'm just saying, after I did it for the World Cup, before even I came, a lot of people were against me. I can show you 100 things, my friends, but nobody apologized afterwards. No, some few, not a lot. This is the first one. But I'm ready to apologize very, very much. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we didn't do well and we didn't qualify. I'm very sorry. This one, 100%. I really have to apologize because I know how much it means for every Ghanaian.
Well, it's not just Otuado who has been speaking after the game. Ghana Football Association President Ket Okraku has assured Ghanaians the Black Stars will rise again after the team failed to qualify for the next AFCON. Now, he says that the road to recovery after normalization is definitely bumpy and rough, but our collective efforts and patience will win Ghana, our beloved country, and will go on to win. As a Black Stars fan and as the leader, I share in your pain, and in our pain, we will rise from this temporary setback. It shall be well. Or you can get some more reactions from the Black Stars defeat on our social media handles at 3SportsGH. My name is Oreku Ampofo.
Dr. Baumia once said,
"The economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo."
The unemployment rate, which stood at just 8% in 2016, has hit an all-time high of 15%. The latest 2024 Afrobarometer indicates that unemployment is the biggest problem facing the nation. You trust this liar at your own peril. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Sanlam and Allianz is now Sanlam Allianz, Africa's largest insurer.
Fire pomudi ni agubio Ghana fueni age efri say ya your local spices na ya frafra dia ya sankofa natural spice
me de gumi jollof mu ni mi sti wa hodoma e ma ne dance
Stanley, the barbecue they go on.
sankofa natural spice and one you use 100% natural.
Adofo, mamunye huge mistake. Sankofa natural spices.
Want a free bets? You might follow these steps. You can join 1xBet app. Confirm your participation. You can bet on the correct match score. You can get a free bet every week. 1x free bet. Active bonuses for active players.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gambling can be addictive.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Today, we thank you very much for your invaluable service to this great company, and we wish you well on your retirement. Cheers.
Thank you.
Happy retirement, Lay.
Thank you very much.
So are you staying or you are going back to Ghana?
I'm going back home, of course.
Wow. You really built?
I've got a home at Lake.
Place to thrive.
Phone. This is a bosom many on the yeah, brand new phone. I meet me in an and I communicate. Bluetooth, infrared, fridge, dining table, cooler. You're feeling lunch.
Bibianship, what a pedal do I come? Why? Pelanda or easily go my.
Making money shouldn't be this hard. Just reload and win cash in the Telecel More Money promo. Win daily and weekly when you reload your mobile and broadband bundles. You can win up to 30,000 Ghana cedis weekly or the 1 million Ghana cedi grand prize. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning in Telecel More Money promo. Dial *500# or opt in on the Telecel Play app for free. Telecel, connecting energies. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Law.
Dr. Baumia once said,
We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast.
In 2020, we will promise an airport and a harbor. Fast forward to today, absolutely nothing. Show working. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Entertainment news segment is brought to you by
Napa Foods, Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Coil.
Powered by 3 Entertainment.
Well, good evening. Let's do some entertainment news updates here on News360. My name is Noella Donko. Now, promising artist Koto had his hopes of winning the Rising Star edition of the flagship show Mentor dashed as he was evicted from the show on Sunday night. Now, and for the second time, Afro swing artist Ray Cooper was adjudged a star performer. Speaking to 3 Entertainment, Ray Cooper vowed to work hard and make his fans proud in subsequent shows.
I won't be afraid, just a slow.
Themed the rendition night, Sunday show saw contestants perform songs by acclaimed music stars, injecting creativity to thrill both audience and judges. Ray Cooper took fans to the Caribbean, delivering a mashup of Oh Our Father by Buju Banton, I've Got My Mind Made Up by Donnie McClurkin, and Gospel Time by Beanie Man.
And now shake that booty that Jesus gave you. Shake that booty that Jesus gave you. Now shake that booty in the name of the Lord.
Winning star performer means a lot to me because I'm very competitive. I always want to, put in my best and make sure that I am recognized, and it feels great to have been given that privilege at the end of the night. It means a lot to me, and in the coming weeks, I'm optimistic that I can still get, to that position. But obviously, credit has to go to some of the other contestants. They have been amazing these past few weeks.
Knowing that one or more of them could possibly be evicted, all 14 contestants gave up their best. By the end, Koto had to say goodbye to the show.
Well, I hope you are still voting for your favorite contestant to avoid them being evicted from TV3 Mentor. Well, that's it for the entertainment news segment here on News360. My name is Noella Donko.
And I am Martin Esiedudate.
And I am Portia Gabodu. Join Alfredo Cancer at 10 p.m. for Ghana tonight. Good evening.
Bye for now.